Honey.
Yeah?
I think we've gathered a little bit extra clutter throughout the winter. Time to do something about it.
Yeah, it's spring, so we got some spring cleaning to do. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Come to do some spring cleaning. This past winter I took on a position with Purdy's Chocolates. I was just looking for something to do during the winter while we were basically on lockdown. Believe it or not, Purdy's Chocolate is considered an essential service, just like a grocery store or a liquor store. Yay, we got to stay open. And in BC, the malls have not been shut down. I took on that position with Purdy's Chocolates, but in doing so, I picked up some extra clothes that I didn't have last year. So some nice sweaters and just some casual business wear that I had gotten rid of when I retired. I need to go through my closet and take out anything that I will not be wearing ever again because A, it doesn't fit, it's worn out, and it just is time for it to go. Or B, it's going to go into a tub because I only wear these items to work, so I don't need to take it with us when we go on our trip. So I need to sort out that and see what is what. I already have a big bin in the closet sitting there. I'm going to pull that out, and I'm going to pull all my work clothes out that aren't in the laundry, and then I'm just going to see what's left and kind of sort everything out. So I'm going to do all that on time lapse, and then I'll come back and talk to you in a little bit. That had crawled into the closet. This much stuff. It's heavy. 10, 15 pounds, maybe 20 on the hangers. So I mean, like a longer dress. It's got a turtleneck, so it's more for the winter or fall. I've got 3-4 pairs of pants, slacks here that I wear to work. They're a good weight. And then a bunch of tops that all hang up. And then I've got in this bin here, I'm going to be putting all this stuff into and taking it out to Cooter, so we're not taking it with us on our trip. So those are all going to go away. So what I've got left in the closet here is I've got some skirts and shorts that I can wear. I've got a couple of nice tops I'm keeping with us in case we get to go out for dinner and do something nice. Then I want to be able to not wear sportswear or whatever it is. I've got a few pairs of jeans. Way more tights than I need. I think I should have a second look at those and maybe consider getting rid of some of them. Some of them are in really bad shape. Now, especially as we're going to summer, and then I'll just replace them in the winter. Got this really cute, cozy looking sweats from Old Navy. They're super cozy. Not quite as warm as I would have expected them to be, but I kind of like them for hanging around in the trailer, walking the dogs early in the morning. Then I have my favorite hoodie, and then there's a couple other lighter hoodies that I wear. Then I have this wonderful, it's meant to be a pants rack, but I find it really good for just sort of hanging things on. My belts. hat, the bag I tend to throw my lunch in when I go to work. I have my water bottles I used to wear when I was running. I keep them with me because when we go on longer walks, it's nice to be able to carry my water around my waist. And then I can carry the dog's water in that little backpack. And then this is I call it my swim bag. It's kind of a go everywhere bag from, I got it at a Hallie Henson store. The handles actually turn into like a backpack kind of thing. A couple other things that I found in my closet. So this is my bag I carry to work. It's just got my notebook and my apron. And then I have my shoes that I've been wearing to work. They're super comfy. Also in my closet, I found a bag with clothes that I've already discarded and decided, you know what, those are not serving me well anymore. And there might be somebody out there who can still use them. There's some pajama tops that I never wore because they just didn't fit right. And I found some wrapping tissue. We have a bin out in the storage trailer that we keep all the wrapping paper and stuff in. And then I've got these shoes. I bought them in 2017. They're super cute. They're kind of strappy. I bought them for my daughter's wedding, but I think my feet have swollen since then because they leave marks. These are elastics, so they leave marks on my feet, and I don't appreciate that. And then another purchase I made was this cute little Guess backpack little deal, and I thought it was going to totally work for me, but the straps, if you've got a jacket on, they're just a nuisance. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what to do with some of this stuff. I'll probably put those on the Facebook Marketplace and say bye-bye to them. Other things, so this is my box that has bills, receipts, important documents, and that sort of thing. So it will come with us. I will just empty out receipts and stuff from previous 6 months to when we're traveling. Also tucked away in my closet is photo albums. So photo albums that are full. And I bought this frame. I don't remember why. I think I was going to use it for a project, and then I did something else. Just some more photo albums and stuff. I don't think we need to take them with us on vacation. That's the closet. I think I got a good handle on it.
Here we are again. That time of year, a little bit of spring cleaning, spring thinning. And Miriam's done her closet to take a bunch of winter clothes out and put them in storage. And now it's my turn to thin out my closet a little bit. I don't have a huge closet, as Miriam has the large one, which is the whole front of the trailer. I've got this one here. And it's basically, we got some winter jackets, winter hoodies, a little bit of work clothes, suit bag, and not too much else. What I do for spring cleaning is I just basically take all of the heavy clothes out, leave one, and maybe a heavy vest or a hoodie or something like that as well for any cold days. Anything like the suit bag, I probably won't be using it on any upcoming trip. I might, but we'll make that determination down the road. Basically just thin out everything, take out most of the heavy clothes, and well, just, it's not a lot of weight that I'm concerned about. It's just spring cleaning, thinning things out. Anything that I haven't worn in quite a while, that would probably go into storage or Goodwill. And that'll thin things out quite a bit. That was kind of refreshing. I found some things that I had totally forgotten about, such as a nice heavy thick sweater, a case for my CPAP machine, a jewelry box that one of my sons made for me when he was in high school. And it's been sitting up above the bed collecting dust, and it had some things in it that I haven't seen in quite a while. Just a few oddball things, like a bunch of pictures from my kids when they were little. Thinning it all out. A few sweaters, some jeans, about 8 or 10 hats that I rarely wear. We've got a few of these, Passport Americas, a toque, and the CPAP case, and 3 or 4 jackets here. And then up above the bed, you can see it's all cleared out now. Just got the CPAP machine and a couple towels, and that's about it. And then the cleaner. Now, In the main closet, it's quite thinned out. So just got a few more heavy jackets, a few golf shirts, a few work shirts, and some pants. Once I head out on holidays, I will be thinning everything out even more. All the work clothes go into storage, and I've got probably 30 pair of socks that I might wear 10 of them. I'll be getting rid of a bunch of those, thinning that out. It's not a lot of weight issue, it's more of a clutter issue than anything else.
Just like I did in the bedroom, there's some spring cleaning that needs to happen in here. We've been stationary partially due to COVID, just we couldn't really go anywhere. We were in the best place in Canada, so why leave? It's kind of put a damper on. Brent works full time, and like I said, I picked up a job for something to do with just working at the Purdy's Chocolatier. And so now I'm gonna go into the main living area. I'm gonna start with the pantry, and then I'm gonna go from there into what we have for baking items underneath the stove, and then I'm gonna do the 3 cupboards in the back, because I know I've put some extra notebooks and stuff in that we probably don't need to carry the extra weight with us. Then I'm gonna go through all the other little drawers and knickknacks and stuff, so we'll see what I can reduce. Here we go. Gonna open the closet, or sorry, the pantry, and we're gonna dive into this. In here. So I've taken everything off the top shelf. This is what is on the top shelf. So it's basically flour, cornstarch, some breadcrumbs, variety of spices in containers, and baking stuff. What I found that I didn't need is Brita filters. So we'll change out the Brita filter before we go, and I think it's due now. I have to check to see when we did that last. And that can stay behind. I'm going to put all this stuff in, and I'm going to double check to see that this is stuff that we're going to use, and I'll let you know what we're leaving behind. One of the things we didn't include in our RV essentials as a safety item is these bars. What happens is when we're driving, of course there's the earthquake that happens inside the trailer. What we do with this is we put it up. Oh, I gotta make it bigger. We put it up in the cupboard here, and it just stops these items from coming down. And I've literally opened the door, and this basket with the spices has landed on my head. And a few other things. So this is just going to keep us from getting hurt when we open the door after we travel a distance. For those of you who are looking to organize your pantry, your shelves, and where to put all your things, one of the items that I picked up, I want to say IKEA, and I had some given to me, and I've also gone to the dollar store and gotten others, is these little shelves. So I've got a wire shelf here. On the top shelf is some metal ones, because you have this big open space. It's huge. So I've got the shelf in the back, and then I have things that tuck underneath it. So we got our basket with extra tea and popcorn, some other items. And that just kind of slides right underneath there. And then I have the basket that has things like tuna, basically stuff for making, I call it my sandwich basket because it's got peanut butter and tuna and salmon. Got a jar of marmalade that can go in there, and that's just going to go on top. I've got another basket with oatmeal and granola bars and that sort of thing. That just goes on the bottom right next to it. That's kind of how that works. And then we have our coffee basket, which sits along the side. So then on the top part of that little shelf, I have room for things like crackers. And then I have my basket, which has bread and wraps and that sort of thing. Getting back to these bars, When we don't need them, we just tuck them up in there. So I have one on the top shelf to hold this from coming out. And then I have another one that's going to go right in here, kind of hold the coffee pot or the coffee urn back, and this basket. So this basket can only come as far as here. And then I don't have to worry about it all tumbling out of the pantry when we are moving and when I open up the door. These bars, if you're going to start stacking things in your pantry to make sure that you have room or you can take with you enough groceries and whatever you need to take with you, make sure you have these to stop things from falling on you. They do come in several sizes, and I'll get Brent to find the link and we'll put the link down below. Those of you who wonder or have not seen what I've done and maybe haven't heard of this from other people, how do I organize my pantry? I have everything in baskets. Keeps things from sliding around, and you just arrange everything in the basket. So I have these square baskets that I picked up at the dollar store. They're just a woven fabric, and then they have a wire rack, and they fit perfectly in here, and they leave a little bit of room on the side for things like chicken broth and mac and cheese and that sort of thing. Find that they work out really nicely in there, and basically keep all our canned goods and dry goods on that same jet shelf. And with those little baskets, I can just put them in there and it takes care of it. What did I take out of the pantry that seems to have crawled in there? We took one extra thing out that we did take with us last year, and after some discussion, it's just like, yeah, we never used it. We've got several Tupperware items. They got some weight to them, and as mentioned before, the Brita filters that we'll change before we leave. This little casserole dish with a plastic lid. It's got some weight to it. Found a couple of little bottles, spice bottles that were totally empty. Okay, these don't weigh anything, but I'm not making any cupcakes while we're away. And the roasting pan. Those are the items that we will not be bringing with us. So altogether, I mean, it all fit in the cupboard. Sure, if all fine and well. But this is like, I don't know, 10 to 15 pounds of stuff we won't be needing when we are away on our trip. Anyways, I'm going to go move on to the cupboards up there. We have these 4 doors up here. That one over there has all my scrapbooking stuff and that sort of thing, and notebooks and all my little special things. This one has games, a couple of pie plates. So those, well, the pie plates will go, but the games will probably stay. This last cupboard over here, that's Brent's liquor cabinet and recipe cards and that sort of thing. So not too much is going to come out of there. We might even stock it up a little bit more. We'll have to see. I'm taking, whoops, these notebooks. They don't have anything written in them yet. I just bought them because they had cool, fun things on the front of them. And that's a good 5 or so pounds. So there's still some up there. And just relocated some of them. And books I have every intention of reading. Just don't know when I'm going to get to reading them. So these cupboards have been tidied up, dusted out, and are looking a little lighter than they were before. Quite a bit of things in there. We have 2 cookie sheets, several mini muffin tins, and the kettle we will take just in case we end up in a place where we have no electricity, because I gotta boil my water. So I'm just going to take a couple things out of here, really. We don't need 3 loaf pans when we go away. Well, that wasn't so bad. Basically, 2 muffin tins and a cookie sheet. There is one more mini muffin tray pan that I'm going to take out of there before we go, because I'm planning on making some mini muffins and freezing them. They're great little snacks. Our pots and pans, we have the same as we always do. There's nothing extra there. I think my work here is finished. Yay! That didn't take long at all.
Time to do the roof. Gotta sweep it off first and give it a little bit of a scrub with some Dawn dish soap. Nice bucket of hot water waiting for me. And a scrub brush. And here we go.
Me.
Well, one of the first things we wanted to do was clean the roof, so work from the top down. We've done a lot of decluttering inside in the closets and cupboards and such, but the roof was a little bit on the green side, shall we say. And so I basically took all the vent covers off, but the rest of the roof, she's nice and clean. And as you can see, I've got all the 6-inch tape around all the vents. Still not an issue with any sealant. Did the tops of the slides, did all underneath all of the slide seals. Looks great, we're ready to go. Just gotta wax up the side of the slides. We did the nose cap yesterday when we were washing this.
Well, that was a lot of stuff, Brent.
Yeah, the decluttering is finished, the washing is done, and one more step to hitting the road.
So can't wait to get out of here.
I want to be on the road so bad. Just a few weeks to go.
That's it for this week.
Give us a thumbs up if you like what you see.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And ring that bell for notifications.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye for now.
Well, the time has come. Start again. So, why do I say so?
Well, one of the first things we wanted to do is get into the sunlight so you can actually see me.
Oh, okay. Well, if you wanted to, or you leave it in there for me. Okay, we're still recording. It's up to you. But it's holding a spot, so things don't slide.
Things don't slide sideways.
Yeah, it's kind of taking up some space so things don't slide. So if you take it out, then I have to find.
It is about 10 pounds.
Yeah, well, it's up to you. You have to find something to put in that spot then. That's gonna take up the space.